Oh, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is not a live broadcast. This is canned, but we're playing live right now. But when you're watching this on down the line, we're probably on the road, but we've recorded this for posterity, as they say, somewhere. They say that somewhere, ladies and gentlemen. They say, hey, we're recording this for posterity. That sounds illegal, and it probably is. But I'm playing this little new heritage guitar of mine, the CCH 535, and it's a fun one. So we're going to mess around with this a little bit, see what we got for the kids, right? Am I right? Good for the kids. Maybe? We don't have to. You know what we can do? Let's do a little bit of a... Nope, let's do it. All right, okay. 1, 2, 3. That makes me feel a little illegal. I don't know what that means when I say those things. I'm going to apologize for that kind of talk to you right now. Folks, that was a little song called Holy Grail. A song from my youth. Actually, they're all songs from my youth at this point. No, I got some new ones, but you know what? It's been a minute. It's been a minute now. We got Steve Andreoni on bass today, playing that old Rickenbacker. Is that the one you've always had? Good God, that's going back to high school. Damn, Nation Alley. That's the bass we used to play with back in the day. 1981. I was 12. No. Well, no, almost. Dylan on drums, he wasn't even thought about. He wasn't, It's like, kids, what? But I like when people say, hey, that drummer's pretty good. It's like, that's my son back there, ladies and gentlemen. Not only he's a great drummer, but he's also my offspring. Okay? Just so we're clear.
I got new hokas.
And he's got new hookahs, ladies and gentlemen. Better than a hookah, as far as I'm concerned. Hookah yourself, Trey. All right. Let's do a little bit of That sounds so big. Yeah. It's so juicy. That's just like that. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh. Hey, Ryan, I don't know if you're seeing this out there, but it looks like the screen is frozen over there. The numbers are still going. We're still good. All right, we're going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to switch guitars for a minute, folks. I'm going to switch some guitars for a moment. Little Chiefs Blues there for you. Folks, I'm taking out the Telebird. People always ask about this guitar. Where'd you get a Firebird with a Tele neck? Well, there's a lot more non-Firebirdish about than that. It's a bolt-on maple neck to a Firebird type body with a Johnny Winter signed Mojo Tone Firebird pickup. But Tele bridge pickup, Tele bridge, Tele control panel. It was made by a guy named Mike Lamprin out in beautiful Ventura, California. And we call it the Telebird. Telebird. And it's a savage beast. It's a savage beast of night and day. And we might do a couple little song called Nubby Must Have Been a Damn Hoarder Man. Let me just tune this thing up real quick. Nubby was a neighbor.
What makes you think he was a hoarder?
Oh, he's so many activities. So many things coming out of good old Nubby's home. Ooh, hear that buzz? That sounds so juicy. I'm for it, not against it. Here we go. Well, Nubby must have been a hoarder man. Been taking his stuff out day and night. That's right. Ever since he went away. Well, now a clown car house it must have been. I got no idea how they fit it all in. Now they're taking it all away. Well, now a rusty pickup and a U-Haul truck brought 10 semis and it wouldn't have been enough to haul all the stuff away. Well, now the kids and the cousins and the grandkids too. Enough for them and enough for you. That's right. Come and take this crap away. Well, Nubby had the cleanest sidewalk in town. Now he and his broom are nowhere to be found. It moved on the higher ground. Well, I'm going away, baby. I won't be back no more. Going down south, child. Don't you wanna go? Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be all worried mine. Well, I just can't be satisfied. Lord, I just can't keep from crying. I feel like snapping a pistol in your face. Oh, graveyard, gonna be your resting place. Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be all worried mine. But I just can't be satisfied. Lord, I just can't keep from crying. Sleep, I hear that doorbell ring. Going downstairs, Lord, I ain't seen the doggone thing. Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be all worried mine. Well, I just can't be satisfied. Lord, I just can't keep from crying. Well, you know my little old baby, she gonna jump and shout when that train rolls in. Lord, it'll all be stumbling out. Lord, I'm troubled. I'll be your worried mind. I just can't be satisfied. Lord, I just can't keep from crying. Oh, that felt so dirty. You know what? That felt so doggone dirty. You know why? Because we're dirty lads. Dirty lads. Again, the bird of prey. We got time for one more, Ryan? What do you think? We got time for one more?
I think so.
All right, let's do it.
I think that's your call.
I think that's a good call, y'all. I'm going to use old Red Telly. I haven't seen old Red Telly in a minute. Hey, Red Telly, he's a coming on strong. He's not singing a song. I say, hey, Red Telly, he's a coming on strong. strong. Oh, Red Telly, he's coming on strong. Oh, Red Telly, is it coming on strong? Oh, Red Telly, is it coming on strong? You loving him? You're going to sing a song? What? Right. Well, I hear that train a coming, it's rolling round the bend, and I ain't seen the sun shine. I don't know when, but I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. And that train, it keeps a rolling right down the sand. When I was just a baby, my mama told me, son, always be a good boy, don't never play with guns. Well, I shot a man in his swabbing eye just to watch him die. Die, sucker! Then when I hear that whistle blowing, I hang my head and cry. There's crying involved. There's rich folks eating in a fancy dining car. They're probably drinking coffee and smoking them big cigars. Well, I know I had it coming. I know I can't leave. But those people keep 'em moving, and that's what they do. They freed me from that prison, the railroad train was mine. Probably take a little further, just a further down the line. Well, far from Folsom Prison. That's where I want to stay. And let that lonesome Gristle blow my blues away. Folks, we kind of had to unleash the beast a little bit. We're standing up today. We're going to start standing. Because when you stand up, you let the gristle flow just a little more diff. Thank you, Ryan, out there in Movie Land, for helping us bring the show to the people. We thank you for tuning in. We'll be back live sometime soon, but this was a performance that was captured live, but then recorded, so we could bring it to you later. Dylan on the drums back there, that's my boy. I borned him. And then there's Steve Andreoni. I did not born him, but we were born around the same time and around the same place and did a lot of the same skullduggery back in the day. Back in the day, doing what need be done. Folks, back in the day, we were doing what need be done. I think that's important. Now listen, we're going to see you soon. Keep rocking in the free world.